we can look at everything that's happening, everything that's falling apart as something to be afraid of, or we can see it as opportunity to just trust the process of what is happening. Be thankful every day for the things that you do still have. If you still have your health, if you still have a roof over your head, if you still have food to eat, just continue with this state of gratitude for everything and let the gratitude overcome the fear. So, hello and welcome. This is your reading, and this is the Awakened Jinn. So today we're going to be using the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. We're going to pull an ancestor message today. So I've already done a channeling before I've even pulled any cards, and I do want to read it because it feels pretty impactful with especially everything that's happening in the world right now. I think that there's a lot of people that I'm sure fear is extra high right now. And I know that I'm having to battle that myself, as I don't watch the news for good reason. But even when you don't watch the news, it still comes at you. You can be in the grocery store and be hearing things, just as you're just minding your own business. So just because you don't watch it doesn't mean that you're not still hearing it in some way, and that it's not still having an effect on you. So I am trying to keep it balanced, knowing that the media is a fear tactic. They use fear to control us, that usually if they're trying to get us to look over here, it's really to hide whatever they're doing over here. I get it. That's why I don't watch it. But it doesn't stop the human part of me from still having that real reaction when you hear these things that are very concerning, that, these things could possibly be happening. It's a real concern. And it should be. But here's the message, the channel message that I got for that. All right. What do the ancestors need us to know at this time? A lot is already coming in. So now that's me saying that because as just me trying to write out what do the ancestors need us to know at this time. I had so much coming into me that I was like, there's no way I can write this all down. I can't write fast enough because when it hits, it's just, it's just all hits. But I just went with one of the things that kind of kept going over and over, and then I went from there. So, nothing new under the sun. That phrase just kept coming out. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Okay, so there is a message of comfort for all of us at this time as we see the despair of the world, as outdated systems start falling apart to clear space for the new things coming. We want you to take comfort that this is a natural process of the global evolution, that throughout all time, cities come to great rise only for certain times to achieve certain outcomes for specific missions to the total kingdom plan. God allows the people to prosper, and with time, they will fall back as the next people start to rise. It's just the cycle of life. It's just a cycle of life. It's just a life cycle. And the whole universe is made of the cycles of life, from the birth and death of a star all the way to the birth and death of a thought. It is just the process of life. Things keep working until they don't. And right now, we are getting very clear about what is not working, and those things are already losing their power, their life force energy, and are dying out. Systems, beliefs, cultures, and governing systems are all under inspection at this time. A rebalancing has started. The old must fall away before the new can be formed. The ideas for the new are already being received by many at this time, and many more are waking each day to accept the call on the mission of healing our planet and bringing about new Earth. I thought that was just, that's an amazing message to have come through. And it's funny to me. Sometimes I'll do that and it's hard to even get a couple of sentences. And then that one, it was just it just kept going. So that was good. And it was definitely something I wanted to share. All right, so I'm going to set some intentions while I shuffle. All right. So I set the intention that anyone who comes across this message, there is something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the time that they need it most. I set the intention that only messages for our highest good will come out. I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be able to speak very clearly, be given all the right words, phrases, and anything needed in order to communicate the message as clearly as possible so that it can be received as it was intended. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. If you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. You can hit the bell for notifications, and I post 4 to 5 videos a week. So when you hit that bell, it lets you know every time a new video gets posted. I do the zodiac readings, I do twin flame, ancestor message, angel message, and then sometimes I just pull some of the oracles and just do just based off of which oracle I choose. So I'll have lots of other things that I do. Check it out. And again, if you hit the bell, it'll let you know every time I post a new video. All right, so deep breath. Okay, so we're going to do past, present, future. What do the ancestors want us to know right now? Past, present, future. Past. We've got family connections. Present. Be thankful. Future. Open to love. Okay, I'm going to pull an advice card for each one of these from the tarot. So just one advice card from the tarot. So family connections, respect, people, kinship, be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, harmony, open to love, relationships, passion, fulfillment. Okay, deep breath. Give me some guidance for family connections. We've got death and rebirth, so that's a transformation. Guidance for be thankful. The Fool. And guidance for open to love. We've got the King of Cups. So we're going to start with the family connections card. Respect, people, kinship. The early Samoan people were known as 𝐒𝐀𝐍𝐈. I'm not saying that right. I'm not even going to try. They believed 𝐒𝐀𝐍𝐈𝐍𝐈, the supreme ruler and creator of the universe, created their people out of the earth. Samoan culture is about communal living. According to Samoa, oh my gosh, I am butchering this. Okay. The Samoan way, the most important aspects of life are family, faith, and music. Traditionally, the elders in the family hold the highest status in the community, and the extended family, known as Agai, live and work together. Most daily activities are attended to in groups. Everything is about the family rather than the individual, including sharing food and living space. The traditional Phale houses didn't have walls, and sometimes up to 20 people slept together on the ground in one Phale. Family members congregate in the Phale to relax, chat, and socialize. That is a very different way of living. Very different way of living. It's time to reconnect with your family. You don't need to live with or spend a lot of time with them, like the Samoans, but perhaps you could call or visit a family member. Your family doesn't have to be biological. They could be part of your adopted family or friends. Sometimes our biological families are no longer part of our lives, and that is okay. It is important to create your own family in whatever way suits you. You may even view your pets as your furry children or family. This card also can be a sign that family members passed away or living are trying to contact you. The divinatory meaning: this card can appear where unresolved negative feelings are associated with a family member. This is a prompt that it is now time to heal. Try not to carry around the pain from your past anymore. Do not feel guilty for wanting to move forward in your life. You may need to distance yourself from the energy of a family member, and that is okay. Look after yourself and focus on surrounding yourself with people who love, honor, and treat you with the respect you deserve. Okay, so one thing that I am getting is making sure that even if you have to cut out certain parts of your own biological family, that you do still have, a family, a tribe, a community, that you still have people that you're connecting with on a regular basis. We have really gotten very disconnected in the way that we live our lives here in the United States, especially where I'm at. We live in homes now where it's expected that every single person has their own room, so they're talking 20 people to one space. And, we're thinking that everybody, including like a baby that has just come home from the hospital, needs to be pushed off into their own space. That's how disconnected we've gotten from, the family unit. So we need these connections. And I know that there has been, a huge rise in depression and anxiety and all of these mental health situations, that if we were living more connected with other people, life would not feel so heavy and burdened all the time. The advice that came out was death and rebirth. So that is about transformation. So if you can look at your life right now and see the aspects that, where you're lacking that community, where you're lacking the family support, and start trying to find ways to rebuild. You might have to create new traditions. You might have to go out and meet new people. Whatever it takes to start building your own little village. We talk about it takes a village to raise a child, yet we also talk about how we don't have a village. Well, part of that is our responsibility. And I am one of those people who I don't really have a village. So it is part of my responsibility to start finding the ways to cultivate community, to bring in my people, to bring in the people that, want to do life with me. You have to be, mostly aligned with the type of lives that you want to live. And so being clear about that. And so one thing that is trying to come out is just that show up authentically. When you show up authentically, that lets the people who are really meant for you know, hey, that's my person. You're shining your light, saying, here I am. And they can see it because they recognize it as, the same as theirs. So that's why it's really important to show up authentically, because if you're showing up how you think other people want you to be, you're going to attract the wrong people into your life. And then once you're in relationship with them, you're going to just keep constantly struggling because they want this kind of life while you want this kind of life, and it's never going to match up. All right, so in the present, we've got be thankful. So be thankful is page 24. Gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. The Balinese philosophy of life is called 𝐓𝐇𝐀𝐍𝐊. Tri means three, Hita means happy, and Karana means way. And together they describe three ways to be happy, or three causes of well-being. The first cause, Parhyangan, refers to the harmonious relationship between humans and their god or gods. Parhyangan also links with three good behaviors, Tri Kaya Parasuddha, which teach people think good, speak good, and apply good manners. The second cause, Pawangan, refers to harmonious relationships between people. This teaching is about being respectful of others and maintaining good relationships. The third cause, Pelmahan, refers to the harmonious relationship between people and the environment. To maintain harmony in all three areas of the Trihita-Karana, the Balinese people express gratitude in their daily activities through prayer and offerings to their deities. To live in harmony with other people, the Balinese share food with and make offerings to their neighbors, showing their gratitude to foster peaceful relationships. To maintain environmental harmony and balance, they give thanks to the plants and nature around them. They also try to keep balance in their environment. In this busy world, it can be hard to remember to appreciate the positives. This card is a reminder of how important it is to appreciate your loved ones, both past and present. Even though there are difficult times, try to be grateful for the lessons the challenges have taught you. Wisdom can come from hardship. The tough times have made you the resourceful and resilient person you are today. Appreciate the food, shelter, clothing, water, and clean air you have access to each day. Connect with your family, friends, and loved ones. Love them for who they are. Do something you enjoy and be grateful for the pleasure it brings into your life. Also, remember to say thank you to the universe and your spirit guides for all of their help. Okay. So we've got more call to appreciate, the people around you too that I saw coming out of that. But just having, a thankful heart, being, having the gratitude, and just those three ways of being. I mean, it's just living in the vibration of love. I mean, that's really what they were talking about, is just letting your heart lead. The advice that came out was the Fool. And so this is just that full abandon and trust into the universe for what they're doing for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and read that card. The Fool. New beginnings, potential, adventures, enthusiasm, awakening, innocence, optimism. Every dream achieved begins with the seemingly foolish notion that there is something bigger out there, something greater to explore and to become. This childlike optimism comes from deep within your knowing, and it reminds you that you can achieve all the magical things that you've been dreaming. The journey of the soul begins with one single step, and you may find yourself on the edge of an epic journey. Turn towards your future with enthusiasm and know that a divine leap of faith is required in order to claim the reward that the abyss is offering. You may not feel ready, you may not be ready, but there is magic in the air, and the universe is waiting to support you with the infinite love and guidance. Trust your intuition as you swan dive into the seed of potential. I am ready for this adventure down my soul path. And so we're just moving with the spirit of gratitude. We're rebuilding our connections, our soul family. and reshaping our lives from this disconnected way of being to, a more, united way. We're taking the leap of faith, that we're being offered a new opportunity here, and tying it in with the channeling. We can look at everything that's happening, everything that's falling apart, as something to be afraid of, or we can see it as opportunity to just trust the process of what is happening. Be thankful every day for the things that you do still have. If you still have your health, if you still have a roof over your head, if you still have food to eat, just continue with this state of gratitude for everything, and let the gratitude overcome the fear. So, this is what, okay, now I'm feeling the message coming together for bringing it with this into this. Okay. So they are giving us the guide of how to move forward in this time where things start falling apart, so that the new things can start being built. Because as they said, nothing new under the sun. We have had many of our ancestors have gone through, nations just completely falling apart and having to restart their whole lives. And yet they did, because we are here. That's how we know that they were successful in what they are telling us. And so the call here is really to look at the way that, how have we gotten to this place, to where we're at the verge of a societal collapse, right? And it is the way that we've gotten ourselves so disconnected, where we are sitting here fighting each other over every single aspect of our lives. Even things that we can't control, such as our skin color. We're fighting over everything and letting everything separate us. Instead of working together, building our communities. We've let everything tear us apart. And so that's the transformation that needs to happen to help rebuild our communities, rebuild our soul groups, our village, and to be grateful for everything, that just everything. Move in a spirit of gratitude instead of the spirit of fear that we've been fed for our whole lives. For generations and generations and generations, they have led us with fear. Let's lead the way with gratitude, and put our full trust into that God will provide for us. He always has. And so the next card was open to love. So that's where we're moving, open to love, and it's 2222. That is page 72. Relationships, passion, fulfillment. For centuries, the 𝐓𝐾𝐀 have lived in remote villages in isolation between northern Pakistan's Chitral Valley and the Afghan border. Many of the 𝐓𝐾𝐀 are blonde-haired and blue-eyed, a look that is much different to other tribes in Pakistan. The 𝐓𝐾𝐀 also stand out for their culture and outlook on life. Traditionally, the 𝐓𝐾𝐀 are polytheistic, believing in and worshiping many gods and goddesses. The 𝐓𝐾𝐀 prefer to make love, not war, and they have a unique approach to relationships. The 𝐓𝐾𝐀 women are sexually liberated, and loveless liaisons hold no appeal for these spirited women. 𝐓𝐾𝐀 women can choose their husbands, but if the union doesn't work out, she can contact another man she likes. She can let him know how much her current husband paid in dowry for her, and the new husband-to-be can then have to pay double that dowry price. In 𝐓𝐾𝐀 cultural traditions, a couple might elope and get married even if the woman is still married to someone else. The freedom of relationship 𝐓𝐾𝐀 women have enjoyed for centuries is radically different from the patriarchal codes of many parts of the world. Oh my goodness. I have never even heard of such of an environment where that, would be their normal. So that's quite amazing, to think that that's a transformation. If we got the whole world to a space of that kind of freedom where people understood that love is not possession, love is not control, and love is that freedom, I don't know that I can even imagine it. That's amazing. You are incredibly independent and don't often ask for help or let people in, but it is okay for you to allow yourself to receive from others. You will not become weak or lose your independence if you open yourself up to people and relationships. Allow yourself to feel love, happiness, and fulfillment. Be open to meeting people, starting a relationship, and experiencing new things. Try not to feel guilty for wanting more for yourself. You deserve to be content and fulfilled. Commit to letting other people into your personal space. Allow yourself to enjoy life again. So, I do see just a call to really reconnect with people from the very disconnected way that we've been. This card is letting you know that your relationship area needs attention. If you are currently in an intimate relationship, look at how you feel in your relationship at the moment. Be honest with yourself. Look at what you can change for the better, or look at what you need to do to make your relationship happier. If you are single, this card is letting you know a new partner is about to come into your life. Don't be scared. You deserve a happy, equal, fulfilling partnership. That's exciting. So yeah, it is a lot of call to really rebuild our connections with, our other people, our relationships, really start, when you walk in love, it really does change the way you show up. And so the advice here was the King of Cups. Love, emotional intelligence, patience, experience, stability and balance, creativity, diplomacy, someone supportive, being nurturing, a wise leader. He softens his gaze and reaches for his singing bowl. When something unexpected comes into the King of Cups awareness, something that may shake another person's composure and send them into a state of stress or anger, he regulates his emotional state, with his mature, practiced, meditative energy. Finding the sweet spot between the empathic heart and intelligent mind is the key to this successful leadership style. Allow your emotional intelligence to guide you as you seek to marry logic, kindness, and love. If you are in a situation that asks you to navigate tumultuous energies, find your grounded serenity by calmly choosing care and diplomacy over force. In shadow, this king can suggest that you may be feeling withdrawn, moody, or temperamental, or you may be losing touch with how others are feeling at this time. Stay clear of situations that feel emotionally manipulative. Instead, seek to understand others through empathy, tolerance, and compassion, and emotional fulfillment will be yours. My heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. So that is giving you, just the straight guide of how to show up in your relationships, to help nurture and grow them. Let's see. What do things look like in 6 months? Okay, so we've got the star, which means wishes granted, strength. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering a skill. And then the Lovers, that is a high-level soulmate. So if we go through this transformation, trying to bring in so it starts with each of us working on our own personal new earth. You do everything in your own personal life to start manifesting it to be what you really want for your life. You know, you only allow in the things that you want. Now, obviously, the government stuff is going to have an impact on your personal life experience, but it's making the best of what you have at this time. So being thankful, having gratitude for every little thing. So if you were able to wake up today, that is one thing that you can be thankful for, because that gives you another opportunity to create a new life. If you have food, if you have it, I mean, we want more than just bare minimum. We do want more than just bare minimum. But having the gratitude for the bare minimum breeds, the gratitude that, builds in, because that's the vibration that you have to be in for the manifestation, is that, just that higher level gratitude, joy, just that kind of, it opens you up to attract in, more of that. Let's see. What can we do to get to this outcome? So this is a reconnection from the past that is going to bring in clarity. So that you can start working on building that new thing, creating that new thing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, but I will go ahead and do an extended. I had not really planned on doing an extended, but there are more questions. As this is going in deeper with the channeling, there are more questions that I want to ask in regard to that. So I'm going to stop this message here. If you want to go further with me in the extended, that link is down in the description. I also have a link for Jen's 333 Collective. That is a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of the extendeds as soon as I post them. And then there is a link if you want to get a personal reading. There's a link for that down in the description box too. So there's a lot down there. Check it out. If you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and I do 4 to 5 videos a week. And if you have found this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, and share. That helps more people be able to see this message, and it helps to grow the channel. So it's just a little thing that you can do that does a big thing for me. So I would appreciate it so much. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day. And if you're going to keep going, grab the link below. All right. Bye, guys.